Today is the day I'm gonna die. At least that was a thought permeating every crevice of my mind on that warm Hawaiian afternoon last February. You see, I had just jumped awkwardly out of a plane and was hurling towards the ground at 120 miles an hour. Luckily for me, the parachute opened just fine and I coasted safely to the ground. I was alive and the thrill was worth every penny. You know, entrepreneurship feels oddly similar. Quitting your job and jumping into entrepreneurship is a lot like jumping out of a plane and free falling, wondering whether the parachute is gonna open and save you. It's a scary thing leaving the comfort of a 9-to-5 job and venturing into the world of entrepreneurship. So scary, in fact, that very few ever overcome that fear to take the plunge. So what is the best way to overcome the fear and drive on towards the goal? Well, it's the same for any fear. Focus on the end result, the benefit, rather than the fearful action. When I decided to skydive, the only thing that drove me to actually jump was looking forward to the rush I was about to feel and the accomplishment, the feeling of accomplishment of crossing that off my bucket list. When I jumped into entrepreneurship, I focused on the following 6 benefits to entrepreneurship. Number 1, there's no cap on your income. Let's be honest, most people don't get into entrepreneurship to make the same income they made at their day job. Unlike most day jobs, there is no limit to how much you can earn. Your income is tied to your success and frankly nothing else. So how much do you want to earn next year? Now, number 2, excitement about your work. How excited are you to wake up on Monday morning? For most people, it is a grueling thing to wake up and start a new week. But for entrepreneurs, a lot of them, Monday mornings are celebrated because work is exciting. I love the challenge that presents themselves to me on Monday morning because they're my challenges, not my boss's. Number 3, flexibility to enjoy time off. You know, entrepreneurs will work a lot, right? They say an entrepreneur is somebody who works 100 hours a week to avoid working 40. And while that might be true, the difference here is in flexibility. Entrepreneurs can work when they want, how they want, where they want, if they want, and if they want to work 100 hours a week, they can choose to do so. Now, number 4, you can fire your terrible boss. I mean, we've all had those terrible bosses who micromanage and have absurd expectations and drive us bananas. When you work at a job, you can't do much about it. Now, you can quit, but there's gonna be another narcissistic boss at the next place. Oh, and then there's your coworkers, right? They can be even worse. There's Craig, who steals your lunch every day, Janet, who complains about her foot fungus, and Hector, who doesn't actually know how to do his job, but he's a nephew of the boss, so he just meddles in everyone else's affairs. But when you control a company, you're the boss. You aren't forced to work with anybody. No one is gonna force you to work overtime, skip your kid's dance recital, or fill out one more TPS report. Number 5, to build serious wealth. Besides the cap-free income abilities, owning your own business can also help you actually get rich. And not just well off, but if you do it right, you can build some serious wealth through the growth of your company. And look at Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, Mark Cuban, and any other seriously wealthy individual. They didn't get that way saving money or working for others. They allowed their business to grow and their business to grow their personal wealth. Lastly, number 6, you can leave a legacy. Now, maybe you work for a nonprofit and you're saving children from starvation or learning how to read or whatever, but most likely you're not doing that. You're slaving away at a job where the only impact you are actually having is adding a few more bucks to the shareholder's stock. Now, it's not your business and it never will be. But when you own your own business, you are creating something bigger than yourself. You're building a legacy. You're providing jobs, you're building wealth, you're improving the community that you live in, and you're making a name for yourself as somebody who is making waves in this world. Now, let me be honest with you. Entrepreneurship has many rewards, but it must be stated also that the risks are high as well. Many businesses fail. Entrepreneurs get burned out. They get stressed out and they have miserable days. However, unlike skydiving, entrepreneurship is not usually life-threatening. The worst case scenario is, well, I'll go back to a job now, which really isn't different than how they started. So don't focus on the fear. Focus instead on the adventure that awaits when you say goodbye to the security of the airplane and with all your might, leap.